What is the worst thing you could do? Put in several keywords on a broad campaign that you don't really think you'll convert on that are general. If you start one campaign with broad keywords that are general keywords and you set a high budget and a high bid, you are in trouble because grab it.
Don't touch it.
I don't touch wild animals. I just adore them. Who's good squad? Bye. We are going on a walk. We're here in Montreal, just got done with Goalcast, sharing my life story, and now we're gonna talk about PPC, completely different, and stick through this one and enjoy. Make sure to subscribe and like, because you just should, because who else goes really in depth and shares it all for free other than us?
Alright, now let's go hike, let's go walk. Do you remember when we talked about PPC in the brand builder group?
Maybe.
When you went off and then people were so interested and they wanted to hear more?
Oh yeah. So basically the theory of the video is how do you make profitable PPC campaigns? So we can talk about what most people do, why it's wrong. We can talk about why I'm out of breath. We can talk about like what types of campaigns you should always be running. We'll talk about automatic campaigns and manual. How many keywords do you use? And like, how do you categorize them?
Okay.
Very deep topics.
So, first thing.
Okay, what is the worst thing you could do? Put in several keywords on a broad campaign that you don't really think you'll convert on that are general. If you start one campaign with broad keywords that are general keywords and you set a high budget and a high bid, you are in trouble. Because you're gonna get a wide array of keywords, you'll pay way too much, and you won't get enough on any keyword to actually know, did that keyword work? The worst thing you could do is a high bid broad with like a medium budget. Now, what is the goal of doing a good campaign? You want to get data on what keywords your product sells for. That's it. Once you know where you sell on a key, once you know what keywords you sell on, then the next step is, well, what's my conversion rate and what is my, so you want conversion rate and bid, and then your profit. So if it's $1 a bid, you convert at 20%, you have $5 profit, you'll spend 20%, so $1 per bid, and then you break even. But what happens is, as time goes on, the bid increases, and I'm willing to sell at a loss on a keyword because I get free organic views once I'm at the top.
At the top of these stairs.
Yeah, it's a climb, just like this. So you want to start, from my opinion, with several campaigns. You have campaigns that are money makers, and you have campaigns that are data miners. You don't run money makers to start, because like when you start, you're not going to make money. You could run, what is a money maker? What is a data miner? Okay, Amazon doesn't tell us where we convert. So when you want to get a data miner, you could like do a lower bid automatic or lower bid broad bids, okay? And that's gonna now give you a vast amount of data, but you're not gonna overpay for this data, okay? So you start to gather these on broad. Now, data miners, broad, lower bid.
So
but you wanna choose keywords that you think we would sell on. Like, how would you know if you sell? You go and look it up. You look up that keyword, what is ranking? Like, do those look like your market? If not, then no. So you could just do broad, lower bid, and then if you want to go more, you go exact, like exact or phrase. These are where you're really going to get that data. And then you look at all the keyword volume on Helium 10 or something like that, and then you put in those words that you think you would convert that have decent volume. The lower ones are going to be in that broad, low bid. You'll catch those if they're somewhat profitable, okay? And then you have these exact and phrase that are medium bid and high budget. It all matters how much money you have to spend and how big your market is. I mean, there's many factors that go into this. What's a money maker? Basically, once you know you convert and you know, okay, so you know what percent you convert at, you know what you're gonna pay per bid, and you're gonna do this at a profitable amount. So for every $1 you spend, you get at least $1 and a penny back. That's money maker. Now, if you want to bid, but you also need to take into account, are we going for just upfront money maker or long-term money maker? And a long-term moneymaker is what all of these campaigns will eventually be once PPC gets way fairly priced. It's very underpriced right now because it gives you data and you get money for when you spend money. Like, it's stupid that you can just spend money, get increased ranking, and get increased social, like increased ranking, which gives you more money. You can do all of that by just knowing what to do. That won't last forever, but it'll last for years. It's the biggest thing that Amazon's pushing right now though. So
what is it?
PPC.
Yeah.
That is the #1 growth of profit for the company, and that is why they're going to kill launches. They potentially do a shadow ban update, and everybody who's been doing these bad launches is probably fucked in the long term. Potentially. You're putting your business at serious risk by doing them.
Dum dum dum.
Dum dum. Yeah, yeah. I even just made there was just a video, like Manny interviewed every software company, and they're like, what do you guys think about launches? And like, is it against Amazon term service? And they're like, this is not search algorithm manipulation.
This is not biased.
Everybody says that, okay?
This is not biased.
And then you know what they did? They all said, all right, so here's the algorithms and the URLs that work. Here's the ones that didn't used to work. Here's the ones that do work to increase your ranking on a keyword. They're like, that's manipulation. Because if you're able to rank at the top, then Amazon's not making PPC money. And you're just selling stuff at a low dollar cost where probably any review is very biased. So you're adding biased reviews, and you're taking away money from the PPC business. How long will that last? Not long. Maybe 3 years, maybe 5. But guess what? Go look at the history of Google search algorithm updates and just see how many $1 million businesses got wiped out overnight. That's gonna fucking happen. Nobody believed me. And guess what? Who are you hearing the info from? Like, is it somebody who makes money off selling you launch services? Why would they say, yeah, you're gonna be fucked long term if you do this? Like, no. Like, so who are the people that say it's a bad idea? People that have no dog in the race. Who are the people that say it's a good idea? People with a dog in the race. Like, I like them, I promote them, I use their software, but I'm not gonna use their ranking methods. I believe fundamentally, at a very fundamental basis, it's a terrible idea. And you don't even know how well you convert on your keywords. So you're robbing yourself of that. And just people who say like, oh, PPC is not gonna increase your ranking long term, they make money. It's a profit printing machine. Why would they devalue the value of a PPC? Look at all their emails and communications and updates. Have you ever, just go look at them right now. They're all on PPC. All the news articles are talking, again, all the analysts like that. So basically, here's what's gonna happen too. All the big brands are gonna come and start doing PPC and get optimized in the next crash, next economic crash. They're gonna say, wait, like retail's tanking. Well, our wholesale sales aren't doing the best, and they look at their Amazon account and they're like, well, our listing sucks. We have 3.5 stars. Like, they're gonna take ownership, and then what happens when Nike's bidding on shoes and like innovating? Like, that's when Amazon's dead. It's not dead yet, but then it's only dead in one market. Like, it'll be, so that's the way to go over time. You wanna make money right away, do automatic bids with really low bid, where like, as long as you converted like 1 out or like a 4% rate, instead of budget, it's like $1,000 a day. But like, you only pay like 15 cents a bid. See what you get. You'll start to get bid, like, cause you're constrained when you, basically when you add a budget, now it looks at what are you willing to pay per bid. Well, if you're willing to pay $10 a bid and your budget's $100, they're gonna try to spend that $10 a bid. So you're gonna get like, they're gonna limit how much exposure you get and where you'll actually show and how much you would actually pay. So you're not getting nearly the impressions for the $100 that you are if you're like, I'll spend $1,000 a day at 15 cents click. So every time there's like like an opportunity, they'll actually show you now, because it's like, well, he'll pay forever. So they'll start to push you, but they won't push you on things that like Amazon AI determines is a bad experience for the customer. So they'll do the machine learning, and you can try this at different bid amounts. Start lower and go higher. And then if that doesn't work, then start one where that one was. And then now that'll like kind of do a new machine learning algorithm. But it's just kind of this process of hacking the budget and hacking your bid amount to get all this data from Amazon. And then once you have extracted those, you can still have that low bid automatic going, but then you have the exact, where you know your conversion rate, you know your amount of profit, and you know how much you would actually want to make on it. Like, what would be the increased organic rank, like sales value to you if you were on that first page. And then now, essentially, I'd be willing to lose like $10 a sale if I'm going to get an increase of $20 of sales by the organic sales. And that's a calculated formula. I can't really, I'm gonna overwhelm you if I haven't already.
So that was start low bid with high budget. And
start a low bid.
Is that what you said now?
Start a low bid with a high budget automatic campaign and broad. Okay? And see what you get. And go from there.
When would you do a small budget? Never?
When would I do a small budget? Go big or go home.
Yeah.
Like,
so otherwise,
what's the point of a small budget? Like, unless it, like, the only time I would use a small budget would be if I knew it was very vertical. Like, I only need to get an extra 3 sales a day to get to page 1 on this keyword, and I make a new campaign just for that keyword, and I'm gonna kill that campaign or scale it down once I'm ranking at the top. And like, let's say I need 3 sales a day to get to the top on this keyword, and then once I'm there, I want to maintain 1 sale a day, and you know conversion rate, how much you pay per bid. And then, so you could like have individual campaigns where you're like trying to increase certain keywords because you know the LTV on that, and that would be when I would have a low bid or a low budget.
Low budget, high bid.
Yeah, low budget, high bid. But I mean, still, because I mean, basically the price you pay per bid is going to determine where on the page you show. Like, who cares? Like, I am a fan of give me all the page 4 sales possible. And I don't need the #1 spot on the by paying lower per bid. Okay, so if I were to summarize, lower bid, higher budget, because Amazon will go look for, it has more room to look for stuff, and it looks for the cheaper one. Watch, okay, so listen to this, okay? When I do Google ads and even on Amazon, how do they determine the highest bid? Like, what do you pay for that top spot? Whoever's willing to pay the most and has the budget. So, well, how many sales go to the first position? Okay, maybe 50, like not 50%, I don't remember the stats off my head, but like, I'd rather get like, I automatically scroll past the first ones because I know that those are paid. But like, sometimes on bottom page 1 or like page 2, like I'd rather have all those spots at the bottom of page 1 for 1/5 the price. Because a lot of people get to the bottom of that first page, and like you actually pay attention when you have to hit next. And so what is considered low bid? Low bid, it matters, like it's different for everyone. Yeah, true. Like, but it matters what your margin is. So takeaway, low bid, high budget to let Amazon find the good ones for you. Anything else? Yeah, the takeaway is you want to get data. Yeah. If you don't know where, and yeah, there's a bunch of ways. Wait, there's a dog. Oh, it's a golden doodle. Okay, sorry. He's so cute. I love dogs. The takeaway is automatic campaigns. If you're not running one, you're losing out. Because that's the only way to get on sponsored products. So that's why like I'll have an unlimited budget for an automatic campaign, because you're gonna get like every time somebody views one of your competitors, you could be showing there. But like, I'm only gonna do it at a profitable dollar amount, or like break even. Like, I'm not gonna do a $5 bid automatic campaign with $1,000. That's a good way to waste $1,000. Yeah. Like and subscribe. Do it, learn more, take the course. Thanks guys.